Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. Thanks for joining us.
In this edition, ballot box hijacked, incest prevalent in PNG, and charity golf for health support.
A ballot box containing ballot papers for 3 polling locations for Usino Bundi by-election was allegedly hijacked on Thursday morning. Team 6, with the ballot box accompanied by 5 polling officials and a police officer, was supposed to be dropped off at Hiri Koiari, but never made it there. They were instead dropped off at Kampani, a few kilometers away from the intended location.
It was revealed that an extra person who boarded the chopper at Wallium Station before takeoff directed the landing at Kampani to a waiting group of armed men. Polling officials who managed to escape into Kabiufa in Eastern Islands alerted security personnel and electoral officials early this morning. Presiding officer Nathan Tawi was demanded at gunpoint to sign off on an estimated 1,700 ballot papers, with all the personal belongings and radios stolen. The ballot box, along with the CPU officer, have been held hostage and their current location unknown. Police on the ground are on high alert with an extraction plan underway. This is the first of its kind situation, and Robert Omisa, the assistant returning officer, is liaising for the safe return of the officials. Provincial Police Commander of Medan, Acting Superintendent Robert Baim, condemned this action and called on the candidates to refrain from engaging in unlawful activities like this.
So upon the agreement by the candidates, and we'll have the polling area completed before end of next week. At this point in time, the perpetrator is unknown. From that particular part of the area, we have 2 known candidates, but we are yet to establish whether it's from Ades Sapotens or from Us Sapotens. Our ITF team are working on it. The election trend is gradually changing from the islands down to coast, and we are not new to the system. And I must warn the candidates that if they're trying to do that, we will seriously get tough on you. I'm discouraging such actions to be taken place and also refrain from doing it.
Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
Elected leaders from this year's local-level government elections of East New Britain Province have been encouraged to support ward-oriented programs. Speaking on the local NBC East New Britain radio station recently, Acting Advisor of the Provincial Division for Community Development, Peter Tutuai, drew attention to the multi-sectoral child nutrition and social protection project. The project is being piloted in Gazal district this year, with Tutuai saying the province is privileged for being one of the selected pilot centers of this project, which combines children's health and social protection. Tutuai iterated that this project is in line with the provincial government's 10-year Strategic Development Plan 1, which is aligned to the National Medium-Term Development Plan. It also complements the province's ward-focused policy. NCD Governor Powers Pakop has congratulated the newly elected chairman of the Motu Koita Assembly, Russell Simon Wavik, following the successful conclusion of the MKA elections counting at the Murray Barracks in Port Moresby yesterday afternoon. Governor Pakop also passed the same congratulatory message to all newly elected councillors of MKA and the 2 women members for MK East and MK West.
The chairman-elect for Motu Koita Assembly, Russell Simon Wavik, secured 6,589 votes, unseating the incumbent Daddy Toka Jr. His win also earns him the position of Deputy Governor for NCD by default, in accordance with the city's governance structure. Governor Pakop acknowledged the election as a critical moment in the continued journey of the Motu Koita people, the traditional landowners of Port Moresby, towards greater visibility, representation, and development. Paying tribute to the outgoing chairman, Dadi Toka Jr., Governor Pakop said the unprecedented collaboration between NCDC and MKA has seen transformation in health, education, SME, infrastructure, and decentralization of NCDC functions to Motu Koita Assembly. He hopes for a continued collaboration for the betterment of the indigenous villages. Pakop acknowledged the outcome of the ballot and said he looks forward to working with Mr. Wavik to enhance development for the Motu Koita people, just like he did with the former chairman. He commended election officials and security personnel for ensuring a peaceful and transparent electoral process. Governor Pakop also took time to praise the female candidate, Beatrice Mahuru, and others for the strong challenge in what has historically been a male-dominated political space. Looking ahead, he highlighted that MKA's inaugural participation in the 2027 National General Election will mark a significant milestone in empowering the Assembly with a louder voice at the national level. Ruth Rungala, TV1 News.
TV1 News continues when we come back. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. The Constitutional Law Reform Commission's internal research has revealed that sexual offences, particularly incest, is becoming more prevalent in Papua New Guinea, with 90% of these offences committed by family members. CLRC Chairman Saki Soloma said this during the launch of the issue paper on the terms of reference to review laws related to sexual offences and state-owned enterprises.
CLRC Chairman Soloma said CLRC's internal research, as well as the observation of the National and Supreme Courts, confirmed that sexual offences related to incest is becoming more prevalent in Papua New Guinea. What is more alarming is that the maximum penalty for incest has reduced from life imprisonment to 7 years. This has raised significant concerns about whether the laws are adequate to deter and respond to such a serious offence. Soloma said in most cases, the victims are women and children. He said it is not only a crime, but it is a violation of trust and human dignity with lifelong consequences. Therefore, laws relating to incest must be tightened to ensure the perpetrators are given right punishment to deter such offences in the future. CLRC Commissioner and Deputy Chairperson Mata Kokiva said the laws must be spelled out clearly to not only punish the perpetrator, but provide a platform for the victim's rehabilitation, because most of these offences are committed against minors, children under the age of 2 to 12 years old. Meanwhile, the issue papers for the laws relating to sexual offences, including state-owned enterprises, are out for public and stakeholders' views. These views will shape the final report and recommendation, which will be submitted to the government and considered for review by Parliament.
The Papua New Guinea Defence Force Deputy Chief of Defence Brigadier General Larry Oppa says physical fitness and health wellness are a priority component for a disciplinary force. Oppa said these components must always be implemented in the force to ensure members are prepared to enforce the rule of law. He made this statement during the PNGDF pass-out ceremony held recently in Port Moresby.
Deputy Chief of Defence Brigadier General Larry Oppa reminded the 154 recruits during the pass-out parade that they must prioritize their health and fitness, as this is a key component of the disciplinary force. He said their health and fitness are not temporary requirements. It is a lifelong commitment that prepares them not just for traditional warfare, but also for multiple domain operations.
Effectiveness begins with personal responsibility. Your physical readiness is not a temporary requirement. It is a lifelong commitment. Whether you are deployed overseas, responding to emergencies at home, or leading in training environments, your body and mind must be prepared for the demands of service.
Opa said fitness is not just about strength or endurance, it is about resilience, recovery, and discipline. Good health enables decision-making, shape thinking, and strong leadership.
To progress in your careers, take care of yourself. Prioritize rest and physical training because your fitness is a force multiplier for you, for your unit, and for the mission.
He said the world is changing with vast technology and rapid global challenges. Conflict has taken new forms: cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, and emerging threats driven by climate technology and instability. This has posed a challenge for PNGDF to be smarter, faster, and more flexible to adapt to these challenges.
The skill you've gained, discipline, teamwork, communication, leadership, will be critical in this dynamic environment. You are not just war fighters, you are problem solvers, peacekeepers, protectors of our nation's resilience.
OPA urged PNGDF members to live a healthy lifestyle and ensure they are up to date with their physical fitness.
Prime Minister James Marape has issued a heartfelt call to the 2025 graduating class of the Bomana Correctional Service Training College to serve Papua New Guinea with loyalty, pride, and national purpose, describing their graduation as a historic milestone in this 50th year of independence. Speaking during the passing out parade of 158 new correctional service officers, Prime Minister Marape congratulated the graduates on completing their training and reminded them of the national significance of their calling. He also called on the graduates to embrace their national duties with integrity and a spirit of service above self.
That you and me must go to this country that we are part of. A country that through our heritage we will pass on to our children. And I want to challenge the graduating class of 2025. You're no ordinary water class. You're passing out in the year in which your country celebrates 50 years of independence. You are special. You belong to this generation.
Australia's largest ever bilateral military exercise, Talisman Cyber 2025, was officially launched on July 13th with an opening ceremony on board HMAS Adelaide in Sydney. Over 35,000 troops from 19 countries, including Papua New Guinea, will participate in live fire and field training activities across multiple Australian states and territories, as well as Papua New Guinea, a historic first for the exercise. The exercise includes sea, land, air, cyber, and space domains, featuring new Australian defence capabilities, like the UH-60M Black Ox and precision strike missiles. Vice Admiral Justin Jones said the exercise unites military personnel and strengthens relationship between trusted allies in support of a peaceful, stable, and sovereign Indo-Pacific. U.S. Lieutenant General Joel Vowal added it signals multilateral resolve and builds tactical trust. The exercise runs from July 13 to August 4 and marks a major step in strengthening regional security cooperation. You're watching TV1 News. Sports is next. Stay with us. Welcome back. The inaugural Hiri Koiari Zone Championship Cup showcased a thrilling matchup between the Hiri Western Flames and Koiari Vata Koki, with the Flames emerging victorious by a score of 16-10. This victory marks a significant achievement for the Flames in the premier edition of this championship. In the women's competition, the match between the Hiri Western Flames and Koiari Vata Koki ended in an intense 0-0 draw even after extra time, demonstrating the fierce competition and skill of both teams. This result highlights the strength of women's rugby in the region. In the overall standing, the Hiri Eastern Seafarers claimed third place, followed closely by the newcomers Vanapa Brown Nemos, who finished in fourth position. The event was officiated by local member Kit Iduhu. The 2025 PNG Resources Week Charity Golf Challenge was held yesterday at the Port Moresby Golf Club and witnessed overwhelming support from both corporate teams and interested individuals. The event was aimed at raising funds for hospitals and health facilities across Papua New Guinea. 20 corporate teams participated and showed support towards the cause.
The Charity Golf Challenge yesterday was aimed at raising funds for hospitals and health facilities across Papua New Guinea. This challenge followed a success of last event held in Sydney, which raised over 280,000 kina for Mount Hagen General Hospital's pediatric ward. The funds provided critical medical equipment, including phototherapy lights, portable ultrasound units, oxygen concentrators, and emergency monitors, transforming care for over 100 children in a ward originally built for 48 beds. The assistance was described by Western Highlands Provincial Health Authority Acting CEO Dr. Jane Holden as transformational, enabling the hospital to continue delivering high-quality care despite limited resources. This year's event continues that legacy, with K92 Mining leading as principal sponsor, while Baroka Motors and Daytech PNG as team and whole sponsors. Sun Engineering, Newmont, and High Arctic PIMS backed the event as single whole sponsors. Other sponsored drinks and beverages. Amongst the participating teams include Alpha Insurance, Baroka Motors, Daytech PNG, International SOS, K92 Mining, Kumul Minerals Holdings, Kumul Petroleum Holdings, Motor Vehicle Insurance, Number 1 Savings and Loan Society, Newmont, Sun Engineering, Walkman Teleox, Weatherman Capital Advisors, and others. The event was organized by the Papua New Guinea Chamber of Resources and Energy, or PNGCO, and is a predecessor to PNG Resource Week that is scheduled for next week. PNG Resource Week 2025 will be held in Port Moresby from July 28th to 31st at APEC House. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
And now the weather forecast.
Southern, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of heavy rain and potential flooding for Western, Gulf and Milne Bay Province. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of heavy rain and potential flooding for the region. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of heavy rain and potential flooding over West New Britain and Arab. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of heavy rain and potential flooding for the region.
And that ends the news tonight. Thanks for your company. Good night.